Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Doing some sage. Much needed sage. Here you go. If you sage smudge, do you ever sit and be in the moment with that process? Look at the smoke. Look at the ripples. Look at how it flows and floats. It's quite beautiful, really. It's quite magical if you just focus on the beauty of it. Just amazing. Truly is amazing. I could sit and watch the smoke for hours. So welcome. Let me know if you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Jamie. Welcome. You can smell it. It feels like you can smell it. This morning I was just looking at my sage here and I thought, I was just in the moment enjoying it. It was so beautiful and I just thought, I'm just gonna come in here and just share this moment with you guys. Good morning, Nicole, Vanessa, hello. Hi, Surya. Hi, Rachel. Good morning. Thank you. I'm glad you could hear me good. Thank you for letting me know. So do you ever take a moment and just be in the moment and look, if you sage, smudge? Hi, Nikki, Michelle, good morning. For those of you who do you ever just take a moment and look at the beauty of the rings of smoke? And I mean, of course it makes you feel good just being around it anyway, but just looking at it is magical. Hi, Andromeda, yay, welcome. Welcome, welcome. But it's just beautiful. I wanted to share this with you, this moment. And I wanted to just pop in. There's a couple things that we were going to talk about this week anyway. And I thought this is a good time to do it. It's actually quite beautiful here today. So I was in my moment and I thought, okay, let's share the moment and come together and chat. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, Leslie. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome. How does the smoke make you feel when you look at it? I know a lot of you, well, I know you can't smell it, but some of you feel like you can when you look at it. But how does it make you feel when you really focus on it? It's so beautiful and magical in its own way, right? So beautiful. I just get lost in it. I do. Hi, Karina. Welcome. Relaxed. Good, great. Great way to start the week. Let's start the week relaxed. Love it, Nikki. How else does it make you guys feel? Just looking at the smoke. What does it make you think of? It's just a magical moment to me. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I wish you could share the scent of it, but the intentions are there to release any negative energies that you might be having and just to bring you to a relaxed state. So hopefully that does that. Speaking of being in the moment, how many of you try and do that once in a while? How many of you take a moment to be in the moment once in a while? It looks like it's dancing. It is, Karina. I think it is dancing. And it's just very so slightly air movement here, very so slightly, and it just makes the direction change and go where it needs to go. But I feel like it's dancing also. Peaceful. Good, Lynn. Great way to start the week. Peaceful, relaxed. Awesome, awesome. Mindfulness. Yes, absolutely. But do you guys practice being in the moment at all? I talk about it occasionally. My dogs, sorry, please excuse. Hi, Jennifer. But this morning I was thinking of just being in the moment. It is difficult sometimes. It's hard to remember to be in the moment. And it's hard to be in the moment all the time. I've found that to be true. I've got to remind myself. Do you have to remind yourself to be in the moment? But when you're in the moment, it's just a beautiful moment. Hi, Margaret. I was thinking just a simple exercise of being in the moment. Try it later today or tomorrow morning or whatever, when you have your very first cup of tea or coffee. I prefer tea. Be in the moment with that. Savor that first sip. Close your eyes and feel how it feels, how it warms you, how it tastes, how it smells. All of those things. Just be in the moment with that first cup of coffee or tea or water, whatever it is that whatever you drink in the morning. RM, you feel anxiety in the moment? When you're in the moment? Why do you feel anxiety when you're in the moment? Please explain. Maybe we can figure that out. Karina, you're a routine person. I have to be aware. I think the more that you're aware, the more that you're open to things that come your way. I think you're open to more inspiration and more creativity when you're in the moment and you're aware. And more connection, too, to divine source energy. So, you love your routine, morning routine. Probably trauma. Okay. Yeah. Maybe if you can release some of that anxiety by breathing, meditating, RM, breathing, meditating. Be in the moment, but don't focus on past events or current events. Go in the moment and just focus on one simple thing, like taking your first sip of coffee or tea in the morning, or light some sage and just watch the smoke. Just completely focus your attention on one little thing and clear your mind of anything that's causing the anxiety or the stress or the worry or whatever the case may be, If you have a pet, maybe a cat or a dog, be in the moment with them and just totally focus. Being in the moment with them, feel their fur. You can close your eyes, you can look in their eyes, whatever. Do both. Just feel them and touch them and communicate with them with your mind and your words. And just enjoy the moment together, Take small steps. Small steps. Oh, little ember fell and got me. Okay, I'll fix that. But take baby steps, Traumatic experiences, and we've all been through some. Most everybody has been through some in their lifetime, one way or another. And it's not an easy thing to overcome, and it's not an easy thing to heal. It takes time, and it takes a lot of practice with things, Yeah, love on the kitten. Be in the moment with the kitten. Be in the moment and just appreciate and love each other and just be in that moment and forget all the other stuff. Let it float away, Yeah. Does anybody else take time to be in the moment? How does this smoke make you feel when you look at it, RM? Can be in the moment with that. Yesterday I posted a post about time. I'm just kind of all over the place today, so if anybody has questions or a topic or whatever, I'll be here for a while. So yesterday I posted, excuse me, a post on time. Hi Marcella, welcome. Because, oh good, Andromeda, soothing. I'm so glad. It is very soothing to me too. And time, I was reflecting. I'm doing a lot of reflecting. I was doing a reflecting on my whole life and the things that I had wasted away from years of anger or years of sadness or years of, things that happened when I was very, very young. And I held on to all these feelings all these years, and I thought, why did I waste all my time with that, Why? So That's why I posted that post on time. It's time to start being our true selves. It's time to let that stuff go. We're given an amount of time when we are born. We don't know how much time we each have. You know, it's a gift. It's a gift. And we waste it away by worry, stress, fear. And we all do it. You know? But if we can start being in the moment and practicing positive things and bringing our vibrations up to a higher positive level and being in the moment, being positive and living life, don't, you know, just don't waste it away. It is such a precious gift that we're here. Let me see what I've got some comments here that I want to catch up on. Michelle, does it matter which wrist you wear your crystal bracelets on for the benefits? I've got both sides today. Typically I do the left. My non-dominant hand is more receptive area. Your non-dominant hand is your receiving and your dominant is your giving. Although it really doesn't matter if you prefer one or the other. But if you want a little extra benefit, I would say your non-dominant hand. Some days I wear both sides, some days just the left. I rarely use it just on the right. It's just natural to me for some reason. Again, that's another thing too. You can use how your instincts are telling you to wear your crystal bracelets too. If for some reason I'm feeling like pain or something or discomfort in the other hand, I will wear something to relieve that. But typically it's on the left side, my non-dominant. I have a little bee here visiting. Isn't that sweet? Oh. So, yeah. Angela the Sage makes you happy. I'm so glad. Good morning, Cynthia. Rachel, the post on time was deep, made me think. Yes. And hi, Isa. Good morning. Cynthia just saged your house. Oh, wonderful way to start the week. Wonderful. Yeah, Rachel, I was thinking about a lot of things yesterday. Really, really thinking. And that, you know, when I post deep topics like that and when I talk about deep topics like this, it's like I'm prompted. I have to do it. I'm told to say it. There's more than just me going through these things. And I need to share. So I was thinking about all the years that I wasted on garbage, you know, anger and fear and thinking I couldn't accomplish things or thinking I wasn't good enough or I can't do that or this or whatever. And you don't get that back, you know, you don't get that back. So start now, start fresh, cut that off, let it go, start fresh today and use the rest of your time you have left wisely. Appreciate the moments, appreciate what you have, go do what you want. You know, forgive, clear your heart, clear your conscience, let things go. And, you know, do some deep thoughts and deep meditations and some journaling to get rid of some of the stuff that we've held on to for all these years. That again is it's not an easy process to let years and years that you've let go and wasted away. You know, it's a process. You've got to kind of clear it and don't dwell like, oh God, I wasted like 50 years. Doggone it. You know what? All right. You know, start fresh today. Just start fresh today. You can't dwell on the time that you let go, that whatever the case may be. And so just live your life and be happy. Find what makes you happy and do it. Find what makes you happy and do it. And be your true self. Don't hide. Everybody is unique and beautiful in their own way. And we're supposed to be unique and beautiful in our own way because if we are all the same, we'd be robots. And we all contribute to each other. Everybody contributes in some way. And appreciate your uniqueness and your beauty and your, you know, you can do what you want. You can do what you want. So there I go on a ramp, so sorry. You're welcome. Oh, Michelle, you're welcome. Yeah. So So that's kind of what prompted the time thing yesterday. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm still processing it myself and reflecting and releasing and saging and doing my meditations and that sort of thing. But let's see here. Magda, I heard when you sage, you're cleaning out the bad and the good energy, so you have used frankincense to balance. Is that true? I use sage to clear out the bad. I personally don't believe it clears out the good. I've heard some people believe that, but I personally don't. So I think it's probably a belief type thing. I have felt the effects of sage clearing out the bad, so I do know that it clears out the bad. And I have heard some people who bring in, frankincense is probably good to bring in positive energy, absolutely. Sweetgrass is good to bring in positive energy. I know some people who sage to bring out the bad, then put sweetgrass to bring in the good. So that's a, excuse me, a possibility of something if you want to do that. That's quite all right. It's, whatever makes you feel like what you're doing is right. Go ahead and do that. Yeah. But I particularly just like to sage. Once in a while I do like to bring in diffused oils too, and I have those going quite often, depending on different scents, different reasons. So I guess in a way that's kind of a balance too. But I don't know. What are your thoughts, everybody else? What are your thoughts about saging? Do you think you need to bring in the good after you sage? I say with my prayers, my little prayers, sage prayers, I release all the negative energy. And, to me that allows positive to come in, because when you release negative, it opens up for positive to come in. So, yeah, what is everybody else's thoughts on that? Cynthia, you have a friend that her daughter has a Ouija board that she has been using and telling her mom that there are ghosts in the house. What stones would help with protection, getting rid of the... I can't see the rest of it cut off. I'm thinking negative energy, maybe. That is not a board I've ever used, and I've heard spirits come through very, very powerfully using that. I would suggest absolutely protection with black tourmaline and hematite and sage often. Maybe a black tourmaline grid in the space, in the room, and around the home. And cleansing, self-cleansing with the sage. Absolutely. Bring in Archangel Michael for protection. Ask Archangel Michael to protect you with millions of layers of his beautiful radiant light to protect from all cords or attachments or any negative energy. I do that every morning and night, by the way. So I suggest that to anybody else that wants to try it. And I do that several times a day, too. But just ask the angels and guides, spirit guides, to protect the home, and Archangel Michael to protect your spirit, your aura, your body, surround and bubble of layer of light. So, and of course, not all ghosts, spirits in a space are. I don't know. I don't want to use the word bad. Negative maybe. Some are just there. They're stuck, right? Some may be stuck. They don't want to move on. Some are angry with the situation they were in before, that I as I understand it, and they kind of stay in that space, and they don't want to move on, and they might cause the human existence kind of unpositive experiences, if you will. But there are some spirit ghosts, whatever, that are just there. But I would use those things as a protective type thing, just in case, Oh, Isa, you're welcome. Terry, it doesn't feel that way to you for the sage and the bringing the positive out, the negative out and the positive in. Marcella, can you get sick or feel something different after you sage your home? They have done studies. Actually, sage smudging does, well, this is not my study, but I've read studies that people do, that they have done, that sage smudging actually clears out the bacteria from sickness, viruses, bacteria, that sort of thing. So I can't see that this would cause sickness. I can't say that it will or will not. For me, it has prevented sickness. So now, do you feel something different after you sage a home? Me, absolutely. I feel really refreshed and lighter. And when I sage my aura, here I'm getting the ashes on me again. I feel so much relieved of stress and negative energies. So it's interesting that you bring that up. Have you felt that way, Marcella, if you sage? Do you feel sick afterwards? Cynthia told her to use sage and kosher salt in the sea. Yeah, kosher salt, absolutely. Kosher salt, sea salt. You could even put it in some purified water, blessed water, and spritz it around or sprinkle it around the room too. That's a very good positive. You could have it blessed and sprinkle blessed water around the room, you know, or space. Leslie, you feel light after saging, feel like the negative energy is released. But because I feel better, I don't feel like good energy leaves. That's kind of how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel so good after I sage smudge, and I feel the space feels so good. So I guess it just depends on, you know, it's personal preference, I guess, you know, as far as that goes. If you want to bring in more positive energy after you sage, by all means do so. And you can do that many ways. You can do that with oils. You can do that with fresh plants, flowers. You can do that with Himalayan salt lamps. And crystals, energy. So I have a lot of that in the home already. So maybe I don't feel like, maybe it's already happening after I sage. It's already, the good is already there, and it's just refreshed, so it can just kind of, you know, be revitalized, if you will. So maybe that's part of the, I don't feel like I need to bring in extra positive afterwards, because it just kind of refreshes what was there already to begin with. This sage smudge here is really going good here today. Some days. Rachel, use sage negative out and around my door. Nothing but positive may enter here. Yes, I love that. It's beautiful. And I put certain crystals by the door and certain crystals outside around the house. And I have some around the windowsills, like black tourmaline in the door. I have a friend that made a blend of black pepper, obsidian, I don't know what's all it, plus herbs. To release negative energy, and I sprinkled some of that around the front door, and I said my little prayers like I do with sage to block all negative energies and clear and cleanse. And so I'm testing that out, and if I feel like it's something that's really going to be effective, then I'll share it all with you and see how it goes. And if you want to purchase it from her, you can do so. But I'm just feeling it out to see how I feel, how it works. Cynthia, after saging, I only welcome God's love in my home. That's beautiful. I love that. Isa, you clear your space with sage and help seal the good energy with Palo Santo. Energy in the house feels light and welcoming and warm. Yes, all the angels to protect. Yes, beautiful. I love Palo Santo. I just ordered a bunch, so I haven't had any in a while, and I haven't burned it in a while because I haven't had any. So Palo Santo, I love that too. It's great to release negative energy as well. It's a little bit milder scent than the sage smoke. There is Palo Santo oil as well. So, but I'll have some of that Palo Santo sticks soon, hopefully in the next week or so. Terry, sage works amazing. Enjoy the white sage best. I do too. I like the white sage best too. I do have some purple sage that a friend of mine gave me. It's a very sweet scent. Oh, I hope I didn't spill it in my tea. I did. Well, that's not going to stop me. um, but it's a very sweet scent. But I do like the white sage best. Oh, you're welcome, Cynthia. Let me know what happens with that. Marcella, yes. Yes, absolutely, Carol. I have read that in many articles that sage kills germs and viruses and it blocks. That's why I do this a lot during cold and flu season, because I don't want to bring that in my home. If I'm around somebody who has a cold or the flu, I come home, sage myself. If somebody, if one of the family members gets it or whatever, sage the home inside and out constantly. I wear my moss agate all the time during the cold and flu season. But sage, they have done many studies on that. And, I mean, the other cultures that use sage, they've got this down. They've been using this for hundreds, thousands of years, and they know what they're doing with it. And I really believe it helps in so many ways, probably more than we even really have realized yet. But I think it's pretty amazing, and for what it can accomplish for such a simple thing. And for those of you who cannot use sage because of the smoke, I'm doing another batch of the spray, sage spray, because it was so popular this last time. So that'll be ready in about 3 weeks. Andromeda, when I sage, my mother happens to be around. She says that the smell makes her head hurt or makes her stomach feel upset. Maybe the association with not liking the smell. It can be very... maybe some people have to get used to it, and it is a heavy scent for those who are not used to it. Maybe use a little bit lighter scent, Palo Santo, maybe a purple sage, a little bit lighter scent, or use the oils instead. Diffuse sage oil or frankincense or myrrh or cedar wood, sandalwood instead. Some people just can't handle smoke, and some people can't be around the smoke. So there are alternatives. Somebody popped in and messed me up. I hope I'm back. Am I back? Let's see. Let me see some hearts if I'm back, or thumbs up. Marcella did a very clean sage in my home, all around the home. Prayers to angel, feel positive and praying with faith. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Wonderful. Oh, good. Okay, good. I'm glad it didn't cut me off completely. That's the problem with this phone. When pop-ups come up, it's like, oh, come on. Don't mess me up. Yeah, Terry, I like Palo Santo as an alternative. Palo Santo is hard to keep lit. Do you find that? And you got to get it really lit well, but if you light it too well, too, it'll burn too fast and it'll just burn up. But, oh, my bee friend is back. So it's kind of a balance with lighting Palo Santo, but it is a very nice scent. Oh, Isa, you ground yourself before saging. What great advice. I love that. Love that. Love that. Great advice. I think that's a great idea. Thank you for that sharing. Marcella, but 2 hours after sage your body too, something happened in your body. Marcella, maybe you were releasing like negative energy, Maybe you were releasing. Sometimes when you shift energy, you release, your body responds in different ways. That's true with like energy healing, distance healing, any kind of like crystal therapy or Reiki so sage is a different shift in energy. You've definitely shifted the energy. So maybe you responded by releasing something, and by releasing you might feel like a shift of like a shooting energy out of the limbs, or maybe an ache that kind of is brought up that comes and to forward and then kind of dissolves. Those things might be possible. Hi, Angela. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I cleanse my aura with sage just about every day, especially during the cold and flu season. So, and anytime I'm around somebody who is sick or negative or a negative situation, or if I come home angry or upset or all those things, clear it, clear it. It's a quick cleanse. Welcome, Angela. I'm so glad you're here. Leslie, you also prefer white sage. Yeah, I prefer the scent of the white sage the most. This purple sage that I got is a very sweet smell. I just really like the white sage best. So it's all preference, right? Rita, you are teaching what God wants his children today. Oh, bless your heart. Blessings to you. Thank you. I just talk about what I'm told to talk about, and I don't have, like today I don't have an agenda. And usually when I do have an agenda, I have to write it down because I'm told to say certain things. Today it was like open, you know, I had a couple things on my mind we got to talk about. So I think whatever comes divinely, you know. Isa, you can also protect your area with sea salt. Yep, I think so too. Put it in the four corners of your property, kind of like a grid. You can do that, absolutely. Sea salt. And you can do a sage ritual and sprinkle like a sea salt, kosher sea salt with, you know, dissolved in purified water, and sprinkle it around to cleanse the area or space or yourself. Boy, this smoke is really going today. Ooh, my shell is really hot too. Wow. I guess we all needed a good cleanse today. Rebecca, I have sage for sale if you're interested. If you're in the States, I do sell it. I can't sell it out of the States. I can't get it through customs. So if you are interested, just send me a message later. Thank you, Rachel. You're right behind it. Carol, I've heard bay leaves are also good to use. I have never used bay leaves. Have you? Who else has tried bay leaves to burn for a negative, you know, release? Cooking, yes, but I've not tried to burn them before. Rosemary is good. I have a rosemary plant, and rosemary is very effective. Although I do like the scent of rosemary and sage together. I think that's a very nice mix. Plus, you can also burn lavender, like the plant lavender. I've got a lavender bush over here. Hopefully this spring I'll be able to harvest some. But I made a little bundle last year. It had lavender, sage, and rosemary, and it was a beautiful blend. So you can experiment with the different herbs, you know, and whatever works best. Whatever works best. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Thank you everybody that I'm back. Yes, good. If the enemy is strong, they will complain. Cynthia, your aunt got you white sage incense cones. That's awesome. I know that those can be very effective too, different types of incense as well. I've never gotten into the incense. But I know they are quite effective. So yeah, it's another alternative, absolutely. What tincture can I keep around to clear a space, Mikhail? I would suggest make a little dish. If you just want like a little dish, put some, and you don't want to burn it or something, do a little dish of, you can put in like a little dish of like sage leaves and rosemary and lavender pieces. I've heard dragon's blood might be good. Let's see. And of course you can put some drops of frankincense in there, and put some crystals in there, maybe some obsidian pieces or tourmaline pieces. You know, make your own little mixture. Do what feels right to you. We could all have like a little talk on how to make our own little pouch of like a little releasing, you know, you can just keep around to clear, to keep the space cleared. And you can just refresh it every so often. Leslie, too cold, can't open the doors and windows. Yeah, I've used frankincense instead. Yes, I love frankincense. I like oils too. I use them a lot. And I think they complement all these other practices that we talk about. So oils, I think, are really good to work with. Tammy, hello. Love to sage and do this all the time. I believe, yeah, I think sage is wonderful. Yeah. Tammy, what about CBD oil? I actually, you know what? CBD oil, interesting you bring this up. I wasn't sure about it, but my chiropractor of all people, I go to a chiropractor every month, and we've become good friends actually. She sells it, and she was actually trying to get me to sell it. I'm like, I don't know, you know, but she sells the CBD oil, and she said, well, it's great for all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I use all this other stuff. I use crystals and, you know, whatever, sage and positive thinking and all this stuff. And she said, well, try it anyway. I'm like, okay. Well, so my husband and I both tried CBD oil, and he tried it for memory, help your memory. And I actually didn't try it internally. I tried it externally. I had like a little bump on my skin, like it wasn't a mole, but it was kind of like a little growth on my skin. So I just put a little drop on there every day. And within like 3 weeks, that little spot on my skin was gone. It's flat now. It's like a freckle. And I thought, wow, that's cool. So I'm really not sure how far the CBD oil can help a person. I don't know. I'm not an expert of it, I should say. My husband thinks it helped him. And we're still considering being a distributor with it. I don't know. It's just one of those things in the back of my mind. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But we'll see. I don't know. Have you tried the CBD oil, Tammy? Has anybody else tried the CBD oil? Let me know what you think about that. Hey, Lenny. Andromeda, is there any spiritual significance of bees following you around and seeing bee imagery like the honeycomb patterns? Yes. You probably have that spirit animal in your space right now. Spirit animals can come and go. Some are with you always, I believe, like your main spirit animals, but there are spirit animals that come and go when you need them. And if it's very prominent right now, the bee in your life, then that's a spirit animal for you right now. I can't remember what the bee signifies right offhand, but I'm sure it has a lot to do with community, helping. A lot of the times the spirit animal brings what the physical animal is like. So if you think about a bee, it's very dedicated, it's very community oriented, it's a hard worker, it's on a mission, you know, it's got a mission to accomplish. And it's going to follow through with this mission. So look up spirit animal bee and see what it says, and see if that resonates with what you're going through right now, and see if it makes sense. Estefanos, welcome. Good teacher, so learning more. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you. Palo Santo is a smart wood. It knows when to go out on its own. That's what it seems to. Yes, I think you're probably right, Isa. I had not thought of it that way, but I think you're right. I like that. Oh, you're welcome, Cynthia. I don't know if it's just, I'm just a channel right now, so whatever's coming is coming. So let's thank the divine. But thank you. Hi, Birdie. Welcome. You're welcome, Marcella. We need a big cleansing. Yeah, probably, Terry. Birdie, you smudge your house a lot. Good. Yes. Lavender, Rebecca. Yeah, lavender's good to burn. Yeah. Leslie, your dog heard the dogs barking and just woke up, started to bark. Aw, cute. Cute, cute. Haven't tried bay, Carol, but read it. Well, maybe we should all get our bay leaves out next time and try it. I don't know if I have any in the kitchen, and I mean, it's great to cook with. It's got to be great to burn too. You know, I can see it as being a very positive thing. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Let's see, Cynthia. I should be getting your page today with your sage. Tammy, try CBD oil. It will work, or it works. I do both. Tammy, can I ask you, what do you use your CBD oil for? Do you mind answering that? If you're not comfortable, that's fine. I understand. But it's said to be quite beneficial for many, many things. It might be like another alternative for some people. I don't know. Leslie, CBD oil is truly amazing for chronic pain. Oh, wow. You know, I have started using it, Leslie, that you mentioned that too, in the areas where I get tense, you know, when I do my releasing and stuff, and I use my my crystals, and then I still feel like I need my like my muscles kind of stretched out or whatever. Does that make sense? I'll rub some of that on that area too, and it does kind of relieve that pressure. So I'm using it more, you know, topically, I think that's what it's called, on the outside than the inside, externally than internally. But I've heard you can use both ways. Hi, Lenny. Welcome, welcome. Yes, and it works. Yes, I use essential oils. I love essential oils, Cynthia. I do too. I use essential oils every day. I use ones to also prevent illnesses. I use frankincense on my face. I use grapefruit to keep the weight down. I actually used grapefruit oil to lose weight several years back, and I lost weight using grapefruit oil, and now I just keep using it just to keep things like where it should be. CBD oil, good for stress. Bay leaves makes the house smell great. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah. Oh, Cynthia, you're getting your package today. Okay. Oh, yes. I'm sure a lot of packages will be delivered today. Monday's fun for that, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. So, I don't know. If I'm a distributor for CBD oil, are you interested in that? I don't know. I'm still on the fence with it. My chiropractor keeps trying to talk me into doing it, you know, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on that. So, what is the other thing I wanted to talk about today too? This was a great conversation, you guys. I love chatting with you. So we talked a little bit about time, right, and sage and cleansing and clearing. But I also wanted to talk about this week was, what do you do if you are in a constant negative environment, or what do you do if you have a family member or close friend who is always negative, and how do you deal with that? So I've got some thoughts on that. I want to hear your thoughts on that. Let's see here. Yes, on the CBD oil, I might check it out and look into it more, Rebecca. I'll let you guys know if I get into distributing that too. Frankincense for the face. How much do you use to mix it with something like coconut oil? Pretty new to using oils. Leslie, I mixed the grapefruit oil with coconut oil for the weight loss. For the frankincense on my face, I use it in my face cream, just like a drop. So I'll put some face cream on the palm of my hand, put a drop of the frankincense in my, mix it up, and then just rub it in. Oh, Jane, you just got my book. Yay! Please let me know what you think. I cannot wait to hear your comments. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, thank you. Tammy, I can get you started. Great. Let's see here. Starter kit, $69. So you distribute too? All right. So pray for them. Yes, Cynthia, absolutely. When you're around somebody who is negative all the time, I have that situation. A family member that I'm very close to is very negative, and you can't change somebody who's negative, and you can't argue with them. It's not worth it to bring yourself out of a positive state and go lower. So it's not worth kind of falling into the trap of what they are stuck in, you know. Let me see here. Jane, your son plays very negative foul language music, and yeah, so it's kind of in a negative mindset. It's kind of absorbs all that negativity. Prayer, absolutely. Ask the angels to surround the person in love and light and protect yourself. Again, from our Archangel, ask Archangel Michael to protect yourself from absorbing that, because you don't want to absorb what they are holding on to. Sage, the area, the space. You can put some black tourmaline in the space to diffuse the negative energy. You can put some obsidian. It's powerful, but you've got to be careful with the obsidian. Hematite, smoky quartz in the area to diffuse that negative energy. And just don't let it, I know sometimes it's hard, don't let it affect you. When I'm with the person I'm thinking of, I love dearly, but he is just so consumed with negative thought and talk that when I'm with him, I try and think of the beauty of the moment. I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful day. I try and keep the positive in my mind and just keep it going, even though I'm still hearing what he's saying, but I'm blocking it, if you will, with the positive in my mind. I think of flowers, I think of sunshine, I think of butterflies, I think of my dogs. Try and keep very, very positive when you're with these people who are consumed with negative. And continue to send them blessings and love and light, angelic love and light. And it's difficult, but you don't want to absorb that. You don't want to, because if you absorb that, then you've got to start cleansing yourself, and then you start to feel yuck, ill, bad. You don't want that. So try and keep your positive energy as positive as possible. Leslie, last year you had to let go of a couple of toxic relationships, you know, and that's true too, is when you're on your spiritual path and you're practicing love and light and all that's positive and pure, toxic relationships do fade away, and positive relationships come together, and that's what we are. We're coming together, and we've met each other, and we help each other, and we've blessed each other, and we grow together, and we learn together, and we expand together. So the internet's a beautiful thing for that, because we have come together in a positive way, and we've met people that are on the same wavelength, if you will. Different stages, different learning, different journey, but we all have kind of the same feel about it. So yeah, toxic relationships do fade away, and that can be sad. You just have to release it and let it go and forgive and forget, and you know, learn from it. And it had its purpose at the time, and now you have another purpose, that you're going in a new direction, and love and light will continue to flow to you. Frankincense is amazing too. Yes, I love frankincense. Oh yes, Leslie, sure, absolutely, for the oil advice. Yeah, I have different ones that I prefer to burn in my diffuser. I really gravitate towards the citrus oils. It's very positive to me, very positive oils. Some oils I think are really good to release the negative, and I think some are really good to bring in the positive. Again, sort of the same thing that we've been talking about with various things as well. So what are your guys' favorite oils? Favorite scent, favorite to use, whatever the case may be. Issa, you wear red jasper to protect yourself? Yeah, I do too. When I go into the situation where I know that I'm going to be with the person that I'm thinking of, I protect myself before I go in. I wear the crystal, the corresponding crystals. When I'm finished with the person, I come home and I sage myself immediately. And I release anything that might have attached. I ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords and the attachments that I might have released or might have attracted during that time. So before I go there, I ask Archangel Michael to protect me. When I'm finished, I ask Archangel Michael to cut the cords and attachments and refresh and cleanse. And so it's a process. It is a process. We got to keep up on it. Got to keep up on it so we don't get dragged down. It's so hard to get to a certain level. You don't want to be dragged down by somebody else's energy. So if you're ever feeling kind of out of sorts or off or just in a funk or just a little sick but not sick, think about if you've been around somebody who's really negative, or think about if you've been affected by the TV that is, TV shows that are so negative or something that, think about what's happening and then just cleanse it. I stopped watching the news years ago because it's just like, ugh, I don't need it in my life. I don't need it. Jane, he is 19 and he thrives on it. Yeah, unfortunately, some people are caught up in that cycle. Some people are caught up in the cycle, and we can pray that they will get out of that cycle. Continue the prayers. Don't give up the prayers. Like I said, you can't change somebody. You can offer positive things in the space, in the environment, and prayers. Offer your words positively. Don't respond negatively when you're in a conversation. So you radiate the positive, and you can hope and pray that he will find the way out of that cycle someday. We all come here with different agendas, we all come here with a different agenda, I believe. I believe we have a soul purpose, a plan, and things that we have to learn. And he might be going through his stage of what he needs to learn. You might be with your association with him. You might be going through your stage of what you need to learn about the situation. So it's all intertwined. I believe we have a soul family that, when we come to Earth, there's a plan. And, say my parents planned to help me follow through with this, my learning lessons. But in the same time, they had some things to work on themselves. It's all kind of intertwined together. And I think the same is true with us. We meet for a reason. And if we can help each other and expand and grow and help us learn what we need to learn along the way, then that helps us get to, the next stage in our process. And I think it's incredible. You all have helped me learn tremendously. It's all together. We're all together. Even your comments for each other, I think you might have touched on somebody else that you might not even realize. And they might see it later. They might be here now. Your comments might resonate with somebody else here, and they might say, oh yeah, that totally makes sense to me. And, it helps the whole learning process. Sorry, I'm rambling again. Cynthia, see, there's probably more here that can relate than, you relate to what Jane's going through. There's probably a lot of people that can relate to people like that. We probably all have somebody in our lives that's stuck in that cycle. And so we will continue to send them all love and light. And maybe we should do that right now. Maybe we should all just take a moment and focus on our loved ones that are stuck in that cycle and send them all love and light together. What do you think? Because power in numbers. And we'll all focus on our own person, but we'll all send love and light to each of our people that we can think of, and blessings, and that they will find the lessons and move on. And what do you think? Should we do that together? Let's see. I'm way far on my comments, so I'm just going to see what you guys think. Yeah, Cynthia, I don't watch the news. That's, yeah. Malia, hello. I'd rather be camping, hiking, and meditating. That sounds lovely. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. It is a lovely group, Rachel, and we make a difference together. We make a difference together. Yes, 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 love and light. All right, let's just do it. Those of you who want to participate, that's great. And if you don't, that's okay. You know, it's your choice. So let's just take a moment, close your eyes, and think of your loved one that is consumed with negative vibrations, thoughts, words, lifestyle. And think of them and surround them in love and light. But as we do, surround all of ours who are thinking this right now in love and light, and send beautiful, loving light, divine energy to surround each of these people. And even those who might come and watch this later, we'll send those love and light to surround divine, beautiful light around these who are stuck in the negative cycle and don't realize or don't want help or don't feel they need help or don't even know how they are. And just send them love and light and pure positive blessings. Just focus and see it in your mind, just them being surrounded in the beautiful divine light. And blessings. And all that is positive and pure that the divine has to provide. I ask the divine universe, God, creator, angels, archangels, spirit guides, masters, all the higher powers to please surround these suffering in the negative cycles, to please be with them and surround them in the positive, loving light, and help them any way that they need help. Please help us to be able to help them in positive ways when we can, and send them love and light as much as possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was nice. Wow. I didn't plan for that today. Must have been needed. That must have been needed today. How does that make you feel? Amen, amen. I have a question for you too. When I say visualize this, I say this a lot, and then I just take it for granted that everybody could do this or understands what it means. Thank you for the thank you, Rachel. Yes, thank you all for participating in that. It felt beautiful to me. It did. That's true, Leslie. Some of the best blessings are unexpected. And you never know. So since we've sent this group blessings and love and light to these people, kind of keep an eye on them. See if there's any little shift in the energy. Magda, oh, it's a beautiful day. I'm so blessed to be here. Sunny Southern California. It's very cold at night for me. I know it's not compared to what a lot of you feel, but I didn't think it would be this beautiful today, and it's just, I'm blessed to be right here right now. It was great. Thank you all. Feel grateful. I do too. I feel grateful too. That was a very, it's different than the other meditation. Well, it's not really meditation, but the other prayers and things that we have sent out before. It was a different feel, I felt. Kind of a mixture of gratitude and hope and all kinds of things that are bundled into one emotion. That was, it was powerful. It still is. I've got chills. Every time something just magical happens, I get chills. But when I say visualize or visualization, what's your thoughts on that? Do you guys feel, do you understand what I say, what I mean by that? To just like see it in your mind? Because I think I take it for granted that everybody knows that's what I mean, but I don't want to assume. Sometimes I forget to bring it up, more details on it. But just picture in your mind, you know, what you're thinking or talking about, or yes, Cynthia, okay. Powerful, Shannon. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Maybe we should do stuff like that more often too. You know? Maybe when I get back from Tucson, we'll do some more focused energy, send focused energy out to causes or people or places or whatever. This has been a great chat today. I appreciate all of you coming in today and talking about all these things. I think it was just a great chat. Leslie, you struggle to visualize. I can tell a story in my head, but you struggle with it. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So when I say visualize, you know, and excuse me, think about something and just see it in your mind. Just like when we do like the wish paper and I say visualize what you want, just kind of say you want a new, I don't know, just think of something. Say you want a new job, and I say visualize that. I think it probably might be hard for people to visualize. Say you want a new job, and maybe do some journaling to practice this too. So close your eyes when you want to practice visualization, and think of the perfect job. Penny, hey. Penny, stop. Ah. So if you're practicing your visualization and you're wanting a new job, think of the perfect job. And just close your eyes and kind of picture it. See it in the building that you want it to be in, or if it's outside, see it in the perfect landscape. And just let things kind of happen. Let things unfold. Let your visualization, let your mind take you on a little journey. You know what you want the end result to be. Just fill in the blanks with pictures in your head. If you want the perfect job, see the dollar signs of how much you want to make. That would make you satisfied, happy, content, whatever. See the atmosphere of which you're working in. Is it involving animals? Is it involving children? Is it involving adults? Is it involving some of the combination thereof? And see it all just very positive and things flowing, a very good positive energy. See it, is it something easy to commute to, or is it just something you can walk to? Visualize all these things and just see yourself just kind of step by step by step. It is a process, but try some journaling with it too. So write down everything that you want for this perfect whatever job, whatever it is you want, or whatever it is you're trying to visualize. Write it down and then close your eyes and then just see it through, and then you might be able to fill in the blanks if you wrote it down beforehand. Try that too. then your mind might be able to fill in the blanks. It's kind of like daydreaming too. Just kind of let it happen and unfold and just go on this little journey in your mind. So I hope that helps the process. I'll try and remember when I say that to be more mindful of those who struggle with it. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always look forward to connecting with all of you. It's so important. All right, I am calling it a moment here. I will be doing wish paper really soon. In the next few days, maybe even tonight, depending. We'll see. I like to do that in the evening when it's dark. I was thinking during the day, but now I think it's more magical in the evening so you can see it lit up better. So we'll see. Today, tomorrow, or the next day. And then Thursday will be Crystal Sale Day. So thank you for joining me. This was a great talk on oils and sage and helping our friends and just sharing with each other. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may you have a blessed day and crystal blessings and angel blessings. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye.